My name is Joshua Spencer. I'm the owner here at Café Rhema.
I was born and raised here in Flint. Once we were old enough for school, my parents decided to move us out of the city into the township to be part of Carman Ainsworth schools. So I graduated from Carman Ainsworth, and then I went to U of M Flint. Later down the line, I just really felt like as I was in college here that God was drawing me into the city, and that there was some kind of plan that I didn't really know what it was. Fast forwarding years later, as Flint was developing and things were happening, I did open my advertising agency right downtown at the Capitol Theater, and as that was building, I got to know downtown business people. So among those people was Julie from the Brown Sugar Cafe. That was the old coffee shop that was right here in this space. Just got to know her really, and realized later she was kind of burnt out and ready to move on, and we had made an agreement to purchase the Brown Sugar Cafe, which now later became Café Rhema. Rhema is a Greek word. Plato and Aristotle would use it as a word for utterance or things said. So we've translated that to conversation. Say a coffee shop where conversations start. And what I really like about it though is it has a secondary meaning in Christianity. It would be used for the words of Jesus or the spoken word of God. So as a Christian, I thought it just was really, that's ultimately what I'd like to do. I like my conversations to turn to something that ends up talking about how I believe. For me, I looked at it as I didn't want to have a Christian coffee shop or even a Christian business really, but as a Christian, I want to operate with certain moral values and really be able to build a company that's done right, that's done with excellence, and that ultimately engages people in a conversation, building community and building relationship with people. That's been my ultimate goal here. So for me, it was this engaging to say, let's not look at how we can make a coffee shop a Christian environment necessarily, but it was more, what can we do to integrate faith into what we're already doing? We've done things like added a prayer box, simple, no pressure, with a prayer box at the end of our bar that people can fill out a request, and we get 80 to 100 a week. And then we physically pray for those every week. So whether it's myself or other groups that we have come in, we physically touch every one of those requests, and we're able to do that because we care about people. That's part of building community. On a secondary level, we have a prayer room in our back lounge, and it's come and go as you please. It happens every Wednesday from noon until 2. People can hang out here. They can be part of Café Rhema as it is in our 1920s theme, or they can casually walk back into our lounge and spend 5 minutes or 2 hours back there on a Wednesday. That integration is really boils down to, I believe that Jesus said to love people. And our goal is to be here to love people, to not just have customers that we make some money from, but to have customers that we are engaging in their life and showing them that we care about them. So to talk about Rhema, I guess, now it was on this journey of, I knew business, and I knew advertising, and the next phase was I wanted to make sure I was opening a coffee shop and knew about coffee, and knew about the ways to plan a coffee business, and then started a couple-month journey around the country, going to 5 states and multiple cities of different areas that are known for their coffee scene. And I was in Seattle, Tacoma, and Atlanta, Chicago, Detroit area, Grand Rapids, down in Austin, Texas. So I wanted to go in and talk to these shops that were the highest ranking and the most successful shops in the area, just to kind of steal their trade secrets. And learned a lot about coffee in the process. Learned that coffee was much more of a craft than I had previously known. And then started the next phase of the journey was, what the heck is craft coffee and how do we do this? So we have entered into this third wave of coffee culture in the US. First wave, Maxwell House, Folgers. Second wave, Starbucks, Big B, Coffee Beanery. So that's a big part of, I guess, just like you have craft beer or you have, people are getting into the craft of things. We want to know the craft of coffee and learning that there's so many tiers from the farm and the elevation and the kind of crop that's being used on each plantation to, again, the roaster, and then all the way down to how we're serving it here. You know, I think what makes Café Rhema different than other coffee shops is, first of all, the focus that we have on our product and the quality of product, the focus that we have on customer service. We're also very different in the fact that we have a theme, just for fun. We have a rich history here in Flint, and our walls are lined with pictures that show part of our history. Our furniture is a deep part of the Flint history in itself. It's come from local estates. That's kind of a uniqueness that doesn't really involve our coffee or our product as much, but it's part of the overall experience. But I think people immediately see that beyond sharp-looking clothes, that people can see that our staff really care. You're not just another name or a number. but our staff really care to know you and get to know you and know your story and know more about you.